Today we will be enjoying a story from Mahabharata, and the story relates to Karna. Let me start by saying in the original Mahabharata, Karna is hardly ever called by the name Karna. All through Mahabharata till almost the end, he is referred to as Vasushena or Vasusena, meaning the one born with wealth or gold, or a rich, wealthy person. Just like Bhimasena, born with strength, it is Vasusena or Vasushena, born with strength, born with wealth. Only near the end he is called as Karna, and there are two reasons for being called Karna. One is for the Karna meaning ear, he had very nice Kavach Kundala, and that is why his ears used to be look effulgent. That is why he was called Karna. Or the second one, which is much more reliable, is that Karna means to take away, take out, give away. And near the end of Mahabharata, Krishna comes to him and asks for the Kavacha Kundala that he had since his birth, and he cuts it out from the ear and gives it away, and that is from where he was known as the Karna or Danavira Karna. Why the reason Danavira Karna? The phrase directly translates as the one who is giving dana by giving away. That is Karna. So today we will look at the story about the Kavacha Kundala that Karna had from his birth time. As per Padma Puran, in an earlier birth, Karna was a Daitya, and his name was Dambodbhava. The names matter. I will explain the significance of this name near the end. So his name was Dambodbhava, and he did a huge amount of penance. He worshipped the Lord Surya. Surya was pleased and asked him to ask for a boon. And Dambodbhava wanted to become unconquerable. He wanted to become Amar, the one who never has death. But Surya said, never having death cannot be a boon that can be given. Everybody is mortal, nobody is immortal, so we cannot give you a boon that is of being immortal. So ask for something else. So Dambodbhava thought and thought and thought, and then he asked, okay, let me be born with 1000 kavach, Sahastra kavach, and anybody who wants to fight with me, I will be defeated and my kavach will be broken only by a warrior who has done a long penance. It is said 1000 years, but we can take it as long penance. And further condition, the moment any warrior succeeds in breaking any of my kavach, he dies. So any great warrior that I come across who has got the power of defeating me, if he succeeds in cutting down one of my kavach, he dies. As a result of which I get a long life, virtually immortal. So this boon was given to Vasushena or Karna in that day known as Dambodbhava. Dambodbhava, armed with this boon, became invincible, and of course, as the name says, it went to its head. Damba means conceit, Damba means show. Damba means in simple Hindi akkad or ego. And with the boon going to his head, he became uncontrollable. So of course it was necessity for the sustainable or sustenance of the earth that he should be eliminated. But who could eliminate him? There was no warrior equivalent to him, and even if there were there to be a warrior who was equivalent to him, the warrior would die the moment one of the kavach was broken, and unless the 1000 kavach or Sahastra kavach are broken, Dambodbhava would continue to reign. And so there was a huge dilemma and huge problem. But there were two rishis, Nara and Narayana. They are found in many scriptures, and both of them had done a long penance. So they took up this job of eliminating Dambodbhava, and Nara went to fight with Dambodbhava. There was a big fight, at the end of which Nara managed to break one of the kavach of Sahastra kavach, and promptly Nara died. Sahastra kavach with now 999 kavach was beside him with joy. After such a long time, such a big warrior had erupted and he was dead. But then Narayan came, Narayan had Mruta Sanjeevani Vidya, and he revived Nara. And Nara went to do penance while Narayana started fighting or battling with Dambodbhava. And then after a long fight, Narayana managed to break the second kavach of Sahastra kavach, leaving him with 998 kavach. And promptly Narayana left his mortal body. But then Nara came back, having done the penance, having known the Mruta Sanjeevani Vidya, revived Narayan. Narayan promptly went away to do penance, whereas Nara commenced his fight with Dambodbhava. And doing this, in turn, they managed to break 999 kavach of Dambodbhava. Now only one kavach was remaining. The tactic was same. One kills him or one breaks the kavach and dies. The second one comes in, revives him, and the first one goes for penance, whereas second one takes up the fight. Now Sahastra Kavach realized that his death was near, and he ran and went to hide behind Surya, his godfather. Surya sheltered him. Nara and Narayan came to Surya and asked him to give away Sahastra Kavach. Surya wouldn't do it because Surya was bound that he was a Sharanarthi and could not be given away. And then Nara put a curse on Surya that he will have to be born as a human at some point of time when his Sahastra Kavach, that is 1000th Kavach, would be broken by Nara and Narayan again. And this was the Dambodbhava who was born as a Surya avatar or as a avatar of Surya to Kunti in Mahabharata, and that is why he was born with one kavach, Karna Kundala or Kavacha Kundala, that he had from his birth, and he had the blessing of the sun god or the Surya. Nara and Narayan were born again, Narayan as Sri Krishna, Nara as Arjun, and they became the reason for his death during the Mahabharata war. And that is the story of Dambodbhava, continuing to Mahabharata war and to Karna. It is near the end of Mahabharata war that Sri Krishna managed to take away the kavach, the last kavach of Dambodbhava or Karna or Vasushena, because if that kavach was broken by anybody else and not given away voluntarily, that person would have died, and Sri Krishna wouldn't want Arjun to die in the midst of Mahabharat war. So that is the overall story of Karna continuing to Mahabharat. And this is the way in ancient wisdom stories are intertwined, and they come with, as we have said, a teacher, a father and a mother. And this is where we have enjoyed the story of Dambodhava, Vasushena or Karna, and of course Nara Narayana. Namaskar.